What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another little interesting review for you today. I don't really do slip joints that much, but this one I wanted to give away from Duty's Daggers. And I figured, well, what the heck, you know, I carried a couple days. I really like it. It's a pretty cool little knife. Before I get into it, let's go ahead and thank all the channel members. I appreciate everyone that's a channel member. Patreon, thank you guys so much. Hit the like button right down there if you like the content. Subscribe to the channel if you want more of it. Really appreciate that. This one I won from Duty's Daggers. He's a pretty cool guy. He's got a good knife channel. He'll be linked down below in the description. But this is the Rosecraft blades. This thing's got a heck of a stiff opening on it. This is the Rosecraft blades Mosquito Lake Moose. Pretty cool looking knife. I'll let you get a close-up on it before I get my fingerprints all over the satin finish. This is a really glossy, really well finished knife for sure. It's got that nice satin on it, which is also a fingerprint magnet. So if you see me wiping it off, it's not because it's really dirty, it's just that fingerprint magnet of a satin finish that it's got. So get a nice close-up look at those handle scales. That's pretty cool. That is natural bone from what I gather on everything I've looked at online and stuff. On their website, Rosecraft Blades, pretty cool company. A lot of really cool designs out of Rosecraft Blades. They are a female owned and operated company, so that's pretty cool. And here's the other side of it. That is actually like what they would call like a traditional moose shaped blade. It's got these nice wedges at the end and everything. So let's go ahead and we can do size comparisons, measurements, specs, all that stuff, and we'll get into that before I do like final thoughts and all that. Let's see here. Oh, also I mentioned Duty does make these slippets that came with it, so whenever you've got a slip joint knife, you can put it right there in your Duty's Daggers slip it. So that's pretty neat. Keeps it from kind of, you know, getting scratched up and stuff in the pocket when you've got a knife that doesn't have the clip on it. So I think that's pretty cool. He does a really good job of these. He makes all kinds of leather stuff, handmade in the USA right there, and Dude Co Leather, that's the name of his leather stuff that he does. Duty's Daggers being the name of the YouTube channel. If you want to check him out, again, he's going to be linked down below in the description. So definitely go check him out. Give him a subscribe. He's got some really cool knife content. All right, let's see. Trying to find my tape. Oh, here it is. All right. So Duty's Daggers, Rosecraft Blades, Mosquito Lake Moose slip joint knife. Get this thing out. I might need to get a new tape measure. Let's see. All right, there we go. Tip of the blade to the end of the handle, you're looking at roughly around 7 1/4, maybe like just a hair over. The moose blade right there, you're looking at 3 3/8, I'd say, if you go all the way back right there. Let me get my straight edge here just to make sure about that, because it's got a heck of a curve in it. All right, so yeah, about a little over 3 1/4 with the full blade if you go all the way back there. And if you go to the sharpening choil, which is pretty cool if they got that in there, cutting edge, looking at right at 2 7/8. And let's get the other side out here. Thought about just keeping both of them deployed the whole time, just to get some good accurate measurements. So overall, with the clip point blade, you've got right at 7 inches, so a little bit shorter. Really, let's see. Yeah, about 7 1/8, maybe I'm calling that. Go all the way back to the handle on this one, and you're looking right at about 3 1/16. Cutting edge on that, 2 3/4. So a little bit shorter on the clip point side. tape measure. Let's get out some calipers here. We'll do blade stock thickness. We'll keep out both blades to do that. So I don't really do slip joints too often, but definitely making an exception for this one. So blade stock thickness, 82 thousandths on the spine there, and I don't know if it's going to be different or not, but let's find out. Let's see, on the Moose blade, right about the same, around 82 thousandths. Handle scale thickness, or handle thickness, 84 or 500. Good. 586 thousandths at the thickest part right there. So pretty thick knife, not especially like crazy thick handle scales for slip joint, you know. Behind the edge, and this thing did come razor sharp, looking at 26 thousandths on the Moose, and check this one out. Let's see, 21 thousandths on the clip point side, so a little bit of a difference there. Put up the calibers. Let's do size comparisons, give you a general idea of how big this knife is. So we'll just go, I don't know, I could do both, but multiple blades is kind of, I don't really review knives with multiple blades too often. So you got the Ontario Rat Knives Model 1 and the Ontario Rat Knives Model 2. Overall, right around the same size, a little less cutting edge than the Rat 2. Go with the Cold Steel Knives 8010 and the Demko 8020.5 slicer. So overall, a little bit shorter than the 8020.5 slicer. And last but not least, we'll go with the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. That one we're wearing a fancy pair of scales. Titanium Lotus scales anodized by Mr. Eddie. And Spyderco knives, pair of 3. So right about the same overall length as a pair of 3. Alright. The Spyderco's over there. Let's get out. Let's see. I wanted to do a couple that are similar. These are back locks, but these are more traditional knives. You got the Buck 110 right there, and the Buck 112. Alright. So overall length, right about the same as the Buck 112 with the Moose blade. Alright. Let's get a weight on this bad boy here. Get out the scale. Let's see, I don't know, I'm gonna guess about 5.5 ounces. I could be, very well could be off on that. I am quite often, so let's see how off I am. 4.3, not too far off, a little bit off. Double check that. 4.3. Alright, so that's not too bad. Definitely over the ounce and inch ratio. You know, you're gonna know you got this in your pocket, especially if you you know, if you put it in your duty, slip it there. All right, so no hardware check on this. It's bolstered out, you know. Pocket check. All right. It's in the pocket, right? There's no clip, so you know, this is a standard pair of pants pockets, work pants pockets, I think. So I mean, that's about what you're looking at with the slip it in there. So no hardware. Let's see what we got. The walk and talk on this thing, the opening is really stiff, right? It's a really stiff opening on it. Keep wiping my fingerprints off. Super stiff opening on it on both sides, you know, but that will definitely break in over time. You got the little nail nick right there in the blade to open it. This, I kind of favor the Moose side more than the clip point side. I guess that's why I show the Moose side more than the clip point side. Got these little swedges on both, actually. Pull it back out. I think that's pretty cool. You know, I got those little swedges down there towards the end on both sides, both blades. This is, as you can see, D2 steel. These are made in China. But Rosecraft, I don't know who they get the OEM, not 100% sure on that, but they do pretty good work. You know, I mean, this is a really, really smooth knife, all closed in on the back. Essentially like a standard slip joint. You can really tell there how stiff that walk and talk is, for sure. Whenever you're looking at it, it is definitely a stiff walk and talk. It will 100% break in over time though. You got a nice satin polish on these bolsters towards the end. The covers are vintage moss brown bone, which is pretty cool. You know, I mean, it's almost like an emerald kind of fog or something like that. I don't know. Really cool color there. It's got steel liners, nickel silver pins, and the stainless Rosecraft blade shield on the handle right there. It's pretty neat, man. Really nice knife. I'm sure it's going to break in more and more over time. I personally, out of the two, like I said earlier, prefer the moose shaped blade. You know, I think that's a really good blade shape kind of for EDC. You can definitely put some pressure on this without it closing. Walk and talk. Got half stops up in it, right? So definitely a stiff walk and talk on it, no doubt. Really shiny satin. I think that's a belt satin finish, I believe. You know, you can see it's a belt satin. Like I said earlier, it's a fingerprint magnet. Really nice little touch with the lines they put right there on the bolsters. Overall, pretty cool knife. It's if you're into slip joints, definitely a good one to pick up. These go for around 64 bucks. Not too bad, you know, for what you're getting. And like I said, D2 blade steel is you know, considered in modern folding knives like a budget steel. But I would think on a slip joint, you know, D2 is fairly, you know, I mean, it's better than a lot of the steels that you see on like your cases and stuff like that. They call it like surgical stainless or just stainless steel, you know, which is, you know, kind of crazy. I mean, to me, whenever you kind of get in knives and learn more and more, you know, I learn something every day, especially from you guys in the comment section. Definitely tell me if you got this one, what you think about it. But D2 steel, not too bad for a clip point. I mean, for a slip joint knife, you know, really super good looking knife. I think definitely worth picking up if you're in the slip joints, for sure. So that's gonna be it, man. I think that's about it. I don't know, let me know how I did. Slip joints, not really my bag, but gave this one a shot for sure, and I do like it. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what your favorite slip joint is, what you like, what you don't like. Tell me what you think about the handles too. I mean, those are pretty cool, I think. So anyway, these will be linked down below. Rosecraft blades. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe if you want more of it. And until next time, guys, stay sharp. Appreciate it.